What's up, guys? Welcome to the Summer Show, episode number 7. It's going to be a great show. We're going to kick things off with Ryan and Caitlin. They're going to take the Five Below challenge. We asked them to go to Five Below and buy each other 3 gifts, and I cannot wait to see what they came up with. Check it out.
For the intro, I had this idea of doing something super dumb. I was going to bring a super heavy coat and go like, oh man, why is it so cold in here? Oh, we're doing the Five Below challenge. So, the Five Below challenge, you may be asking yourself at home, what in the world is the Five Below challenge? Well, what is it? Caitlin and I went to Five Below the store, and we got 3 items for the other person. Caitlin also got some items that we get to try out together. We both don't know what we got each other, and we're going to give those items to each other. Yeah, Caitlin, what do you think? What do you think about this?
I'm excited. So my first item actually is Bluetooth headphones, which I think is insane because these were $5.
$5.
Yeah.
This feels like Christmas morning. Thank you so much.
Perfect. I'm excited to see how those work out.
I will, later on, I'll try them out, put them in my ears,
See.
and we'll see how they sound. All right, so I'm gonna preface my first one. I got Caitlin a whole outfit. And so the first one, you know, we all like to do up our hair sometimes. We're gonna get started off with the first item of this outfit. About this.
I put the bow in my bun, and this kind of feels like a rat tail.
This is great.
I feel
Getting
pretty.
some real
I
Southern
feel pretty
vibes.
already.
This is fantastic.
Isn't
We're
this
off
what
to-
JoJo What's-Her-Face wears? Okay, well, next what I have for Ryan is actually something that we can both try, but I'm gonna make you do it first.
Okay. Oh,
So-
man, yes.
I got a big old pack of face masks.
Sick.
For you to
5
try.
piece. Oh, it's so slimy. That's so gross. Oh, guys, this is so disgusting. Oh, this is
Do
the
you feel
worst.
rejuvenated?
I feel so good. I feel so beautiful. The next part, Caitlin goes back and forth with me here in Texas. So, in order to train for that, I got Caitlin a sauna suit.
What is that? Oh, it's
Say about it.
lightweight, water resistant, tear resistant, induces perspiration. Just what I've always wanted. That's so pretty.
Guys, we're really big on self-care here, just so you know.
I'm dying. Okay, now that I'm dying, this is my last thing I got for, actually also for us. Candy.
Oh, yes.
So there's a candy taco,
That's what I'm
a
talking
candy
about.
pizza, and
Candy burger.
And
This looks delicious. I'm not
it even
even.
comes in like a, look at this packaging. Well done.
I'm not even
Well
mad about
done.
this. This is just really great. Killer.
There you go. Okay,
really
we're gonna
excited for
try.
Look at, guys, if that doesn't look like a pizza, you have all your toppings. You have the noodles. I have to eat this through a little portal.
All right. The meat part, bad. Everything else, fine.
Oh,
6 out of 10.
yeah, this is a 10 out of 10. Oh, it's banana. All right, are you ready for the last piece of your outfit?
Not a bit.
I'm ready. It is useful if you need to see behind you.
I used to have those as a kid.
Oh, shoot. Today's
They're
your lucky
awesome.
day. We have is mirrored spyglasses.
Oh wow, these are amazing. What a great time we've had at Five Below.
This has been great.
If you guys can think of some really cool stuff to get at Five Below, we would love to see it.
Thank you so much for joining us. We hope you'll stop by again sometime soon. And we'll just keep living our lives.
Yeah.
$5 at a time.
Yep.
That was great. We're going to keep things moving now with some good news from Ange and friends. Check it out.
Ava, what do you think is like the best cereal ever?
Like Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Oh.
What about you?
That's your favorite Cinnamon Toast Crunch? It's a classic. I think a lot of people like it. I'm a big Fruit Loops man, but I gotta say I get bored a lot of days and eat like Raisin Bran. Called me an old woman. But I think a lot of people have a lot of opinions about cereal. Wouldn't you agree? I heard this debate recently, and it was asking like, what is the best cereal that makes the best milk afterwards? You ever do you drink your milk after you eat your cereal?
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's like that's like a whole thing in itself. Some people are like, oh my gosh, don't drink the milk afterward. My husband doesn't even eat milk with his cereal because he's a psycho. What do you think? What do you think makes the best cereal milk?
Well, I think with like chocolate milk with like Cocoa Puffs, or again with the Cinnamon Toast Crunch with getting like the cinnamon in there.
Yes, that sounds great.
That's good.
This is a show where we tell you good news. It can be big news, it can be little news, but it has to be good news. I'm here with my friend Ava. She's about to be a 7th grader at Grange Trail. And Ava, do you want to kick us off with some good news this week?
So this might sound like bad news, but with all the camps being canceled, a lot of theme parks are shut down. I was supposed to go to Universal this year for the summer. That all got canceled, but there was an opportunity where we get to go to Branson, and I get to see one of my friends there. So I'm really excited for that.
Yeah, that's awesome. I know a lot of people are going to Branson. You're able to socially distance maybe a little better there. That is great. We also have some YC official good news this week. As you guys have heard, we have started a video game league. Ava, do you game at all?
Sometimes either Wii Bowling or Mario Kart.
Yes, Mario Kart's my jam. If you have been watching and you're like, hey, haven't been able to join in on the video game league, now's your chance. Sign-ups are open right now. You can look just on our social media pages. Those are the best ways to keep up to date of new leagues that are starting all the time. We have lots of people involved. So far, I've heard it's really fun. Our second piece of good news is that we are hosting a belly flop contest because that's what we do here in youth ministry. We have a couple submissions so far, but we want to see your belly flop. We want you to find a pool safely, do a belly flop, have someone record it for you.
And try not to get hurt.
Yes, exactly. That's key. Send those to us on social media, or you can email them to youth@thecrossing.church. And we want to see your best belly flop. The winner will actually win a fabulous prize. We were discussing it this morning, so be on the lookout for that. Ava, do you think you're going to try a belly flop?
I want to in Branson, but I'm just going to fall face really lightly.
Yes.
Just not prove anything.
So delicately. Okay, well that's great.
Some YouthCrossing students.
Okay, look at
Some YouthCrossing students also told us some good news this week as well. Watch this.
Hi, I'm Callie, and my good news is that I got a cotton candy machine. Hi, my name is Maya, and my good news is that I got to hear back from my brothers in San Diego.
Woohoo! Ava, I heard you have some other good news this week. What is it?
Yeah, I learned how to play the ukulele, and it's been a lot of fun.
Wow, awesome. Any songs you know how to play yet?
I'm trying to learn some songs from like Pixar and Disney movies, and I'm working on one that was like in the intro of Moana.
Wow, that's amazing. I love the Moana soundtrack. That sounds great. Guys, if you're watching and you're thinking, hey, I've got good news, I want to share it, we want to hear your good news. So tell us, you can DM us on Instagram or Facebook, you can email us, you can send it via carrier pigeon. We want to hear what's good in your life this week. So go ahead and submit it to us. But that's all we have for today. We just wanted to tell you, stay safe, have fun, be good.
That's good. Well, man, it's so good to hear some good news from you guys, and I missed you guys. One of the things that I miss the most, though, is getting to sing together and getting to worship at YouthCrossing every week. And so we asked some of our students from Chesterfield to lead us in worship this week. So let's just prepare our hearts and settle in and worship together now.
forsaken. I am who you say I am. You are for me, not against me. I am who you say I am. I am chosen, not forsaken. I am who you say I am. You are for me, not against me. I am who you say I am. Oh, I am who you say I am. Yes, I am who you say I am. Oh, the sun sets free. Oh, it's free in me. I'm a child of God. Yes, I am. In my Father's house, there's a place for me. I'm a child of God. Yes, I am. In my Father's house, there's a place for me. I'm a child of God. Yes, I am.
Hey guys, I'm Ann. This is Caitlin. Today we're going to have a conversation on this week's episode of Phone a Friend. And we were talking just about some common terms that might come up when you're around church people or if you're new, new to the faith. I think there's a lot of like funny but also new terms that you might be confusing to you.
For me, the word gospel, it wasn't until I was a junior in college in my first Bible class, after very recently becoming a Christian, that I figured out that the word gospel didn't just mean the whole Bible. I thought it was like a synonym for Bible, but it's not.
No, it's cool. Even the word gospel can be used in a lot of different contexts. Like you're talking about Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, like those four gospels, like the tellings of Jesus' life. But
just good news.
Yeah, people say gospel to mean the good news of Jesus. For me, I think I came into a world where I, lived a very sheltered lifestyle, and then I came and hung out with these Christian friends, and they would use the words religious and secular, especially talking about music.
Yeah.
That was weird for me. Like, I'd never heard the word secular before. Okay, so how about these ones? I used to hear the words, because, I found Jesus in high school, and before that I would hear my friends saying, oh, he's lost, or she's saved. like
I just thought it was like, oh, I'm a Christian or I'm not a Christian.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I believe or I don't believe, but it was never like lost and found. When I think of that, I think of the sweater I lost in the 7th grade and never got back.
It's in the lost and found,
It's in the lost and found. Don't just, if you don't understand it, don't just skip over it. Like you said, do the research. Like, don't just skip over it. You'll probably open a whole new conversation with just maybe a word or a phrase that doesn't make sense. So
yeah, absolutely. One thing, I think that my first real encounter with like Christians when I was a teenager,
I love this. Christian
is someone asked me, do you have a personal relationship with Jesus?
Oh yeah.
And my first impulse was like, ew, no. Ew. Like, what does that mean? What does that mean? And so how was that kind of that process framed to you when you first met Jesus? Like, what kind of terms have you used around that?
Well, when I first think about it, I remember a girl, sweet girl, tried to evangelize to me in the middle of Forever 21 while I was skipping church.
Very good.
When I was like 14 years old. And that was kind of my first encounter with somebody asking me, and I just thought it was, well, I'm of this denomination and I go to this church, and that was my answer.
Yeah.
But now when people start to really describe him, like, oh no, what is your relationship with him?
Yes.
Like, where do you stand? Like, do you believe in him? Do you believe in these aspects of the Bible? I was like, oh, that's a very different answer that I could have given, So
right. Yeah, absolutely. What would you say to maybe students have been around for a while? What would you say to them about just like interacting with newer believers and these terms that we're maybe apt to use? Like, what would you say about those interactions?
Be patient and be graceful with somebody when they don't know what you're talking about. So I think it's just a matter of like, hey, you're new to this faith, like, hey, like, get to know that person and build a relationship with them.
Mm-hmm.
And then as you kind of figure out, oh, they're really new here. They don't know maybe what the word gospel means. Like,
I don't want this faith in Jesus to be a club where we have all our own words that we use. That's not
Christianese.
inclusive. That's not the message of Jesus. Like, it is this relationship where we build rapport with people and we come alongside them, and it's a we thing. It's not let me teach you.
Yeah, and it's not like a, hey, you need to learn this right now. Like, you need to, it's not like, not that there is a sense of urgency, but there is like a sense of patience. And just like, hey, let's do this together at the right pace, Yep. And like you said, it's relational, not just like, let me teach you and tell you everything and you believe, I don't know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, that's all we got for today, guys. Thanks for joining us, Caitlin. Thanks for sharing.
Anytime, happy to do it.
Yeah, we hope this brought up some good thoughts for you. Let us know if there are things that are tripping you up. We'd love to talk to you about them. But in the meantime, hang in there. We'll see you soon.
Love you.
Well, that was a great conversation, and I hope you guys learned something new and that was helpful. So thanks, Ange. Thanks, Caitlin, for having that conversation with us. That brings us to the end of the show. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit subscribe, and we'll see you next week. Nice. Ooh, good block.